All right, folks, week 15 is here. Philip Rivers is back, and so am I. I am back from vacation and going to get back to the regular schedule here. And the Iowa State Cyclones right now fourth in the AP poll, so that's exciting. Huge win versus Iowa last night. But let's talk a little bit about week 15. So started last night with the Bucks and the Falcons. The Bucks had a terrible loss versus the Falcons last night, and they look not near the team they were earlier in the season. Earlier in the season, I thought they were kind of a dark horse Super Bowl candidate, and they don't look at all that way. I think they're on the verge of letting the Panthers take this division. Now, the good news is they still have 2 games against the Panthers left in this season, and those 2 games are really going to determine who wins the NFC South. But let's talk a little bit about this weekend. And right now, the thing I'm most intrigued about in the NFL is the NFC West. I think 2 of the 3 best teams in the NFL right now reside in the NFC West, and the 49ers are only a game back of them. And 2 of those teams, the Seahawks and the Rams, they play next Thursday night. That's going to be an enormous game as far as who wins this division and possibly the 1 seed in the NFL, or in the NFC, excuse me. And the loser of that game, they're quite possibly looking at a road playoff route. So that's going to be really hard to overcome. So this weekend we have the 49ers versus the Titans. The 49ers are going to win that game easily. We have the Seahawks going against the Colts and 44-year-old Philip Rivers. I am fascinated to watch that game. I can't wait to see what he looks like in that game. And then the Rams and the Lions. And this is probably the most interesting game in this division this weekend because the Lions really need a win to stay in the playoff race. So we'll see what happens there. The second thing I'm really intrigued about is we have the Bills at the Patriots this week, and the Patriots can wrap up the division this weekend with a win versus the Bills. Even if they lose, if they just take care of the Jets and the Dolphins, they will still win this division. But really interested to see what they can do. And so that's going to be really interesting. Number 3, the Ravens at the Bengals. And the Ravens season is really on the line here. That loss versus Pittsburgh really put them in a hole. Lamar Jackson, to me, does not look like the same player he's looked in the previous years. He does not look like he has the explosiveness he's had. He just seems like he's really struggling right now. I don't know if he's injured or what it is, but he's just not the same player. And I look for the Bengals to win this game. And number 3, the Packers at the Broncos. And I think this is a very possible Super Bowl preview. And Jordan Love has quietly had a very solid last month. I think he's been one of the best players in the NFL over the past month. I was really iffy on them for a few weeks there. But now they're in the driver's seat for the 1 seed in the NFC, and they look great. But this is going to be the best defense that he's faced all year long. So let's get to my picks. So right now I am 28, 24, and 2 on the season. I had my second straight winning record. We're well above 500, and I like a lot of the picks here this weekend that I have. So number 1, I'm going to take the Chargers plus 5.5 at the Chiefs. I have no idea why the Chiefs would be favored by 5.5 versus anybody right now. They are really struggling. Both teams are going to be without both tackles, so there could be a lot of sacks in this game. But I think the Chargers, they kind of need this one a lot more than the Chiefs. I think the Chiefs season is kind of done. They can still mathematically make the playoffs. But really the Chargers need this because if they win this game, they still got one more against Denver, and they can still win this division and get a home playoff game. I look for the Chargers to win this game, and I'm going to take the Chargers plus 5.5 at Kansas City. Number 2, I'm going to take the Bills -1 at New England. And road favorite. I'm taking a road favorite, which is something you never want to do. But right now, I just kind of feel like this game is maybe a little more important to Buffalo than it is New England. New England beat them once before. New England's kind of got an easier schedule coming up here. And I just kind of think that the Bills are going to take care of business here. Josh Allen has been absolutely tremendous the past month, even though his team hasn't necessarily been all that good. But he's been great. Front runner for MVP behind Matthew Stafford. And I look for the Bills to win by 3 or more in this game. Number 3, I'm going to take the Packers -2.5 at Denver. And this is going to be the best defense that Jordan Love has faced so far this season. Right now, the Denver defense is second in scoring overall. Tremendous defense. They're going to get a lot of pass rush. But right now, the Packers defense is also pretty good. And Bo Nix, I just really have not liked what I've seen from him all that much this season, outside of a couple fourth quarters. And I think this Packers defense will have a huge day. I look for this to be a relatively low-scoring game, but I'm going to take the Packers by 3, and I'm going to go Packers -2.5 at Denver. Number 4, I'm going to take the Panthers -2.5 at New Orleans, and another road favorite. But I think the Panthers, if they realistically want to make the playoffs, I think that they have to have this game. They cannot lose to New Orleans with their upcoming schedule. 2 of their last 3 games are against Tampa Bay, so they need to go ahead and win this game if they want to be in the playoffs this year. I think they will. Their wide receivers are surprisingly very good. All around, they've been solid. Bryce Young has had a couple really good games, and he's had a couple real stinkers in there, so he's been a little up and down. But I think the Panthers are going to take care of business, and I'm going to take the Panthers in a blowout and to cover the 2.5 at New Orleans. And number 5, I'm going to take the Bengals +2.5 at home versus the Ravens, and I'm going to take the Bengals to win this game. And right now, I thought Joe Burrow, outside of one really boneheaded interception, was really good against the Bills, and they should have won that game if it weren't for that terrible pick 6. But right now, he's just playing a lot better than Lamar Jackson. And this Ravens defense isn't particularly good. The Ravens run game is not near as good as it's been in the past couple years, and I just don't think Lamar's been as good as he's been in the past couple years. Now, the one thing that does worry me here a little bit, T. Higgins is out with a concussion this weekend, so it's going to be a lot of Jamar Chase, a lot of Gesicki, and some other receivers. They will not have their number 2, but I still think that the Bengals beat the Ravens in Cincinnati this weekend. So those are my picks for Week 15. Can't wait to watch it. A lot of huge games, and we'll talk to everyone Sunday night.